Good morning students. Today we have a video demonstration on surface anatomy of lungs, pleura and heart. So this is a body for the surface anatomy. Here we will mark some points with the chalk and we'll let you know what are the points for surface marking for lungs, pleura and heart. Before studying the pleura first, let us see some bony landmarks which we see in the chest wall. The first thing which you can see over here, this one, these are the medial end of the clavicle of the right clavicle, and this is the medial end of left clavicle, and it is forming right sternoclavicular joint and left sternoclavicular joint respectively. Now in between, if you can see this notch is called as jugular notch. This one is called as jugular notch. Now descending downwards up till 5 centimeter, we see one protuberance. This one is called as sternal angle or angle of Lewis. So this is basically a joint which is called as manubriosternal joint. Means this one is the body of sternum, this is the manubrium sterni, this is the articulation of manubrium with the body of sternum, and this is called as manubriosternal joint. So the other name of manubriosternal joint is angle of Lewis or sternal angle. Now why this is important? Because many changes are occurring at this level. Many changes are occurring at this level. The very one and the foremost change which I will tell you is we start counting of the ribs from this angle. Because first rib lies very deep, so it cannot be felt on the surface anatomy. But second rib starts, we can easily count from the second rib, because second rib की जो articulation है second costal cartilage की, वो इसी point पर है at the level of angle of Lewis or sternal angle. So we start counting the ribs from second rib to rest of the ribs from this level. This is important because as we will study and mark the points for lungs and pleura, so this part will become important. Now I'll begin with the surface anatomy for pleura. So as we all know, pleura is divided into parietal pleura and visceral pleura. Visceral pleura वही है जो lungs के साथ adhered है, cannot be separated. तो visceral pleura की जितनी भी हमारी reflection होगी, that will be same for surface anatomy के point same होंगे जो हमारे lungs के लिए होते हैं. Now coming to the parietal pleura. Parietal pleura की अलग, there are many according to the area where they are lying. They have been defined as cervical pleura, then mediastinal pleura, diaphragmatic pleura. Now let us study what is the point of demarcation for cervical pleura. Now we can see this one is the clavicle. This we take one point at the medial 1/3 and middle 1/3 of the medial 1/3 and middle part of the clavicle. So I have taken this point. So first point I have taken is this. Second point I have taken, if I am this one is the left side of the lung, I will take the point of left sternoclavicular joint. So this one is the left sternoclavicular joint, and the third is 3.5 centimeter above the medial and middle 1/3 of clavicle. Similarly, I will draw same for the right lung. First is right sternoclavicular joint, middle 1/3 and medial 1/3 of clavicle, and 3.5 centimeter above the medial and middle 1/3 of clavicle. Now on the right side, I will join these points in the form of dome. जैसे arch की form में या dome की form में मैं बना दूंगी. Now this will signify my cervical pleura. So this is the surface landmarks for cervical pleura on the right as well as on the left side. Okay. Now let us study the anterior margin for the cervical for the parietal pleura. So this one we will study the anterior margin for the parietal pleura. Descending. Now first point again on the right side will be right sternoclavicular joint. Okay. Then descending downwards, I will take this one, center of the manubriosternal joint, center midpoint of the manubriosternal joint. Then xiphisternal joint. then is the xiphisternal joint, and I will join these line straight. So this is signifying the anterior margin for the right pleura. So this is signifying the anterior margin for the right pleura. On the left side there will be a slight change for the left anterior margin of the pleura, this parietal pleura. So first point will be again left sternoclavicular joint. Second point again the midpoint of the manubriosternal joint over here at this point same. So now the third point will be, see I told you we start counting the ribs at the level of angular fluis. So this one over here will lie the second costal cartilage, third and fourth. So at the level of fourth costal cartilage my third point will lie. So third point is fourth costal cartilage ka junction with sternum. Then is the sixth costal cartilage. Okay, then is the sixth costal cartilage, and I will draw it in the form of arc. This one, इसको arch की form में draw किया because this will represent the cardiac notch on the left side. So please mark it carefully. For the left parietal pleura, we draw two additional points, one at the level of fourth costal cartilage and sixth costal cartilage, और उसको आर्च की फॉर्म में या कनकैविटी की फॉर्म में हम ड्रॉ करते हैं. एंड फाइनली आई विल जॉइन दीज लाइंस जो हमने ड्रॉ करी थी. ओके, एंड द लास्ट पॉइंट विल बी अगेन xiphisternal joint. So this is the anterior margin for the left pleura. So we are already discussed the anterior margin for the right parietal pleura and left parietal pleura. Now going to the inferior margin of the parietal pleura. Inferior margin of the parietal pleura. Now let us study first line. We will extend one line from the extending from the clavicle going downwards, and it is called as mid clavicular line. So this line I am drawing is the mid clavicular line extending downwards on the right as well as on the left side. So this one is the mid clavicular line. Second line I will draw is from the center of the axilla on the left as well as on the right side, which will be called as mid axillary line. Center of axilla से draw करनी है on the line as well as on the left side. So that will be called as mid axillary line. Now I have to look for the inferior margin of the parietal pleura on the right as well as on the left side. So we drew here till xiphisternal joint. Now we will extend the points again. From first point will be taken as xiphisternal joint. This is the first point. Second point is the eighth rib at the mid clavicular line. So this one, now I have taken the first point as xiphisternal joint for the inferior margin of the parietal pleura. Second point, because we draw here the mid clavicular line, so we will see the eighth rib crossing at the mid clavicular line. The second point will lie over there. Okay, then the third point will be the 10th rib at the mid axillary line. 10th rib at the mid axillary line. Moving backwards posteriorly will be the fourth point, which will lie 2 centimeter lateral to the body of 12th thoracic vertebra. That will be the last inferior margin. Means I will have to mark the point posteriorly. So I cannot turn the body right now, but we will discuss it later on. So the last point will be 2 centimeter lateral to the body of 12th thoracic vertebra. That will be my last point. And finally I will join all these points, and this will signify my inferior margin for the left pleura, for the right pleura. Similarly for the left pleura, again the inferior margin will stay the same. Means 8th rib at the mid clavicular line and 10th rib at the mid axillary line. And posteriorly will be the body 2 centimeter lateral to the body of 12th thoracic vertebra. And finally I will join these points. So this will signify my inferior margin of left pleura. Now we have also the posterior margin. So posterior margin को दिखाने के लिए first point is the same, which is the going backwards. Means अगर हम body को पीछे करेंगे, so जो हमने एक point mark किया है, that is 2 centimeter lateral to the 12th body of 12th thoracic vertebra, that is 1 point, and second point will be at the C7 vertebra, 2 centimeter lateral. C7 vertebra 2 centimeter lateral, and we will join those margins. We will join those 2 points which will signify the posterior margin of our both right as well as left pleura. Now we will study the surface anatomy for lungs. Now mostly our points for surface anatomy for lungs generally stay the same. For the cervical part of the means for the apex of the lung, it is almost similar, which is the first point is sternoclavicular joint on the right side. Then we have medial 1/3 and middle 1/3 of the clavicle, and 3.5 centimeter above the middle and medial 1/3 of the clavicle. So this is the cervical part of the lung. So this markation which I have shown you is the apex of the lung which I have demarcated. This is apex of the lung which I have demarcated. Now going through the anterior margin of the right lung. Anterior margin of the right lung. The first point will be the right sternoclavicular joint. First point I have put the mark on it. The second point will be same, which is the midpoint of the sternal angle over here. So second point will be the same, that is the sternal angle, midpoint of the sternal angle. And the third point will be the sixth right chondrosternal junction, which is the sixth right chondrosternal junction, which will lie at this level only. So I will join all these points, and this will define my anterior margin of the right lung. So we have discussed the apex of the lung, which was almost entirely similar to the cervical pleura. We have discussed the anterior margin of the lung, which is also entirely similar to the anterior margin of the parietal pleura. Now we will study the inferior margin of the right lung. Now what happens that the inferior margin, it will shift 2 ribs above. It is not exactly similar to the demarcation of your pleura, but it is the inferior margin will shift 2 centimeters or the 2 ribs above. So the for the inferior margin, we will mark along the mid clavicular line at the 6th rib over here, along the mid clavicular line, then 8th rib at the level of mid axillary line. So 8th rib at the level of mid axillary line. So this will define the inferior margin of the right lung. So this will define the inferior margin of the right lung. Continuing backwards, extending backwards, now there will be body of T10 vertebra, which will be the last point of surface landmark for the inferior margin. So along the mid clavicular line will be the 6th rib, along the mid axillary line will be the 8th rib, extending down further posteriorly there will be the 2 centimeter lateral to the body of 10th thoracic vertebra, and we will join all these points which will define the inferior margin of the right lung, Coming to the left lung now, again the first point, we have already studied the apex of the lung. The first point was at the left sternoclavicular joint, then medial and middle 1/3 of the clavicle is the another point. 3.5 centimeter above the medial and the middle 1/3 of the clavicle, I have drawn this dome shape. It is similar to the points of demarcation of your parietal pleura on the left side. So for the apex of the lung also, the same points will sustain. Now for the anterior margin, the first point I will take left sternoclavicular joint, then I will extend downwards, then go downwards, and the midpoint of the sternal angle will be taken. That will be the second point. Now for the third point, again because we have to represent the cardiac notch, so 4th costal cartilage पे second point होगा, then 6th costal cartilage पे point होगा, and then last will be the at the level of 6th chondrosternal junction. So that will be the sixth last point. I will join all these points and this will define the anterior margin of the left lung. This will define the anterior margin of the left lung. I hope I am clear till this point. Moving to the inferior margin, again it will shift on the left side also 2 centimeters or the 2 ribs higher in contrast to the pleural reflection we drew. So again for the inferior margin we have mid-clavicular line. It will cross a 6th rib at the point will be 6th rib at the mid-clavicular line, 8th rib at the mid-axillary line, and last point will be 10th 2 centimeter lateral to the body of 10th thoracic vertebra. So I will join all these points and this will signify my inferior margin of the left lung. Inferior margin of the left lung. Now for the posterior margin of the right as well as of the left lung, we will take one point from the posteriorly which we have taken, that is the 2 centimeter lateral to this body of 10th thoracic vertebra. Mark it, it is for the lungs, so we will take 10th thoracic vertebra के 2 centimeter lateral is one point and C7 vertebra के 2 centimeter lateral तक another point, and we will join those points and they will signify the posterior margin of your right and left lung respectively. So for lungs and pleura the surface marking is done. Now we will continue for the surface marking of heart. Okay. Now we will study with the we will continue with the surface anatomy for the heart. Now as I told you, this one was the angle of Lewis or the sternal angle. Now this angle of Lewis or the sternal angle, it is important because we start the counting of ribs from this level. So at this level lies the second costal cartilage which will articulate with the second rib. Means second rib is lying at this level of sternal angle. So now my first point for upper border of the heart is, this one is the left costal cartilage, second left costal cartilage, so about 1.3 centimeter from the sternal margin. So this one upper border of the left costal cartilage, please mark it, upper border of the left costal cartilage 1.3 centimeter from the sternal margin. See, this is the body of sternum, तो ये इसका एक मार्जिन होगा, ये एक मार्जिन होगा, ये दूसरा मार्जिन होगा, और इसके मिड पॉइंट से अगर मैं एक लाइन ड्रॉ कर दूँ वो होगी मिड स्टर्नल लाइन. दिस मिड स्टर्नल लाइन इज ऑल्सो इम्पॉर्टेंट एज विल कंटिन्यू कि इसकी सिग्निफिकेंस क्या है. सो दिस वन इज द फर्स्ट पॉइंट विच इज द लोअर बॉर्डर ऑफ द second costal cartilage 1.3 centimeters away from the sternal margin, lower border of second costal cartilage. So this is first point. Now the second point is the upper border of third costal cartilage on the right side. So this one is the lower border of the second costal cartilage on the left side. Now moving to the right side is the upper border of the third costal cartilage on the right side, and this is 0.8 centimeter away from the sternal margin. So this is 0.8 centimeter away from the sternal margin. Now if I join these 2 points, if I cannot draw because the body is a bit oily. So this, if I join these 2 points, this is signifying my upper border of the heart. Again I am repeating, sternal margin on the left side 1.3 centimeters away, ठीक है, and the lower border of left costal cartilage, left second costal cartilage. Again sternal margin on the right side 0.8 centimeters away on the upper border of third costal cartilage, upper border of right third costal cartilage 0.8 centimeters. Joining these 2 lines, what is formed is the upper border of the heart. So upper border is formed. Now let us form the lower border. Now the lower border lies at the first point we will mark is on the lower border of 6th right costal cartilage. So this one is the third. So I will say 4th, 5th, 6th. So सिक्स्थ कॉस्टल कार्टिलेज का लोअर बॉर्डर, कॉस्टल कार्टिलेज का लोअर बॉर्डर, this and again this is 2 centimeter away from the sternal margin. So this is 2 centimeters away from the sternal margin, somewhat at this level. Okay, so this is the first point for the the lower border of the heart, to form the lower border of the heart. And now the last point which I will draw is the apex beat, which is very important. Apex beat, which is very important. So can you see over here, if you can see, if it can be zoomed, this one is the nipple, and nipple lies at the level of 4th intercostal space. Just below lies the 5th intercostal space. So this is the 5th intercostal space. और mid sternal line से 9 centimeter straight, if I draw a line, mid sternal line से 9 centimeter on the left side, if I draw a line 9 centimeter away. So this one is the point where the apex beat lies, means this is the 5th intercostal space, 9 centimeters away. There lies the apex beat. Please mark it. This is very important because in surface anatomy mein mostly this is the most frequently asked question. Mark the apex beat for heart. So this one is the another point. Now if I join these all the points in this way, we will draw this in the form of convexity on the right side, and I will join these points this way. So this will signify my surface landmarks for heart. So this is signifying the surface landmark for the heart. Again I am repeating, the first point I draw on the left side, that one was the lower border of second costal cartilage left side, 1.3 centimeters away from the sternal margin. The second point was 0.8 centimeters away from the sternal margin on the upper border of right third costal cartilage. Then another point was on the right side 6th costal cartilage, 2 centimeters away from the sternal margin. And from the mid sternal line I drew a one line which is mid sternal line. Mid sternal line के सीधे 9 centimeters on the left side in the 5th intercostal space is the 4th point. Joining all these 4 points will define the surface landmark for the heart. And remember, this from the mid sternal line 9 centimeters away in the left 5th intercostal space signifies the apex beat of heart also. So this is the surface anatomy for surface anatomy of the heart, the points which you have to remember. Okay, now paying a little attention to the cardiac orifices. As you have studied in the theory part also, we have 4 cardiac orifices. One is pulmonary orifice, another is aortic orifice, third is left atrioventricular or mitral orifice, and the fourth is right AV or tricuspid orifice. So we have 4 orifices: pulmonary, aortic, mitral and tricuspid orifice. Now just how I will draw this one, again I will start with the mid-sternal line. This one is the mid-sternal line I have drawn. Okay. Now coming to the pulmonary orifice, I will draw an oval shaped 2.5 centimeter long line which will define my which is lying just behind the left third costal cartilage. So this one is the second costal cartilage, यहाँ पे third होगी, तो 2.5 centimeter इतनी line behind the left third costal cartilage. This will define my pulmonary orifice. It is also lying behind this sternal margin. ये जो orifice है ये behind the sternal margin और behind the left third costal cartilage है. Left third costal cartilage के पीछे lie कर रहा है, 2.5 centimeter long. So that one is the pulmonary orifice. Coming to the aortic orifice, I will draw a 3 centimeter long and downwards. अब ये तो मैंने horizontal draw किया था, अब मैं थोड़ा सा downwards draw करूँगी, and it is to the right from the medial end of the left third intercostal space. And towards the right is the aortic orifice, which will be almost 3 centimeter long. So again it will lie behind. I don't know how much clarity you can see in the video, but it will lie behind the left third intercostal, sorry, not behind, but to the medial end of the left third intercostal space, medial end to the left third intercostal space, and it is 3 centimeter long. Now coming to the mitral orifice or the left atrioventricular orifice. Now I will draw a 3 centimeter long line, and to the right behind the left margin of the sternum, opposite to the fourth costal cartilage. It is okay. Now we will study, we will go through the mitral orifice. Now for the mitral orifice we will go behind the sternum, means ये sternum का margin है, इसके sternum के left margin के पीछे, and at the level of just medial to the fourth costal cartilage. So and it is this way, focus towards the right side. So this way 3 centimeter long downwards, medial to the fourth costal cartilage but behind the sternum. So medial to the fourth left costal cartilage behind the sternum is the mitral orifice. Now coming to the AV, right AV or the tricuspid orifice. Now this will lie opposite the fourth costal cartilage and passing downwards and slightly to the right. तो अब ये इस तरफ आ जाना है fourth costal cartilage के पीछे, sorry, opposite fourth costal cartilage के opposite and downwards and slightly towards the right. So this one is the tricuspid orifice which I have drawn just opposite the fourth costal cartilage and slightly to the right, 4 centimeter long. So this is 4 centimeter long orifice, which is tricuspid orifice or the right atrioventricular orifice. So I hope I am clear with the cardiac orifices and rest of the surface anatomy. Thank you.